Jen Malin, and welcome to Shuvah Babayit. That is, come home in Hebrew. And I love the Hebrew language. God spoke Hebrew, and it's such a beautiful language to learn. I also love teaching on the Hebrew feasts. I love teaching every Rosh Chodesh, which is the head of the month. And I invite you, if you'd like to join a Zoom online Bible study every month, you can. And so go to jenmalin.com. All the e-flyers are on there, and I'd love to have you jump on. And corporately, we welcome the new month together, and we celebrate the prophetic meaning, we celebrate the tribes, and we celebrate some really special things that God teaches us from the Torah, from the Old Testament, or a better word for it is the first covenant. You know, Jesus came not to abolish the law, but he came to fulfill the law. And Jesus was very clear. He said, I say nothing unless I've heard my Father say it. I speak nothing, I do nothing unless I've heard it from my Father. And that's why he can say, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. And so if that's something that's intriguing to you or that sparks your curiosity, you are welcome to join us. And so today I have a real treat. You can see that, you know, sometimes I have little notes about my guests. This guest I have no notes for, zero, none. You know why? Well, because my next guest, Yohanan, is a bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. He is my son, and he is a Psalm 45 son. He is my baby son, the youngest of 5. And he just returned from a beautiful experience in the Holy Land. He lived in Tel Aviv. He did a program called Onward, and there were several dozen young people in the program. They learned Hebrew, and today he's going to share some special thoughts, aha moments, and experiences with you. So would you join me as I welcome my incredible joy boy, Jonathan Christian Mallan? But before we go to the living room, let's go to my friend Angela Court McKenzie. She's singing a song which I love, Heaven Come Down. Well, Angela is not only an anointed woman of God, she is an apologist, she is a worshiper, she has her own praise show, and her family owns Super Channel 55 in Orlando. But she is also a dear friend, and she's a mom, and she's a grandmother, and I just love the generational blessings on her life. And so she does a live show every Sunday night at 5 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and on YouTube and through Channel 55. So you have to watch it. And she takes special requests, and it's wonderful. But what a treat. This is so special to me as a mom, because today I get to interview my wonderful son. And he is an incredible young man. He has brought so much joy to my heart. I'm so honored that God gifted Jonathan to me and my husband, Rob, and to be able to just raise him and just see his journey is incredible. Now, he is not a perfect child. I am not a perfect woman, and you are not a perfect person either, but he has a heart for Jesus and to pursue Jesus, and he is a leader, and he's very bold in his faith. And so I would just like to specially welcome you to the program today, Jonathan.
Well, thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So you just returned from a trip of a lifetime and a study experience.
Certainly.
Where you actually, tell everybody, you got to go and live. Share about what it was about.
Well, I spent a month living in Florentine, Tel Aviv. I was studying Hebrew and taking digital marketing classes, along with 20 other kids my age. We're scattered across America, from Miami to California, New York, Brazil, Canada, you name it. None of us were from the same place, so it was definitely an adjustment getting to know all of these different people. And I had such a good time getting to know everyone. And I was exposed to a life living as a local in Israel opposed to as a tourist. So
Yeah.
it just opened my eyes and gave me more perspective as an American Jew, as to how these people live. And it was just a very eye-opening experience. I had an amazing time. So,
Well, it was so fun. First of all, I commend you for being so brave, because, to get on a plane by yourself, without your parents or without your peers, and just to take this risk flying to a country. And I just think that was incredibly bold. And so I'm very proud of you for doing that. And then, living in a culture where most people speak fluent Hebrew, that is the language there. And so you didn't know the language.
not initially. It was a rough adjustment. Growing up in Florida, you have a lot of Latin people, so you pick up on that as time goes by. But it was a completely foreign language to me, so I had no idea what anyone was saying at first. So it was cool to see how I went into the trip not knowing anything, and coming out on the other side being able to have simple conversations and ordering food. And I didn't think I'd be able to do that when I first arrived. So just to leave having a little bit more Hebrew under my belt and being able to say, hey, I got to live here, it was an amazing experience.
Well, it was so cute, because sometimes when we would talk, you said that, like, when you would walk down the street, and by the way, you walked and walked and walked, so that was a huge culture shock.
It was.
But you said that the shop owners, that they would try to practice their English with you, but you said, no, speak to me in Hebrew, because you wanted to learn the language.
Of course, my Hebrew to them sounds funny, so it's hard for them to understand. So it's easier for them to have a conversation in English. So it was funny to have that dynamic of them wanting to learn English and me wanting to learn Hebrew.
Okay, so we're foodies. Our family loves food, and you are, because you're an athlete, you've been a football player and a rugby player, since you were a young lad. So we love food. I think when you were little, you learned what sushi was at 2, and you have a very mature palate. So I know that the food in Israel was incredible. So what were some of your favorites?
Well, I was eating this thing called a lahmacun, which is like a big pita covered in ground beef and tomatoes, and they put all the things that they would typically put in a shawarma, which is like hummus, vegetables, and tahine. And so I would get lamb. You can get chicken, but I like the lamb one. And so I was eating that mostly because I wanted as much protein as possible. And so that's all I could find with as much protein for one meal because it is a little expensive over there. But the food is incredible.
Nothing like it, right?
Nothing like it. But I would be lying to you if I ate a lot of other things more than shawarma. That was my main meal.
Your go-to?
It was my go-to.
Yep. So morning, noon, and night.
Yes.
Well, at least you found something you
I
like.
did. I really did like it a lot.
Has it taken a minute for your taste buds to get reacclimated to America?
It's been rough.
Yeah, I know. When I went to Israel, that the several times that God has afforded me that opportunity. So this was your second trip to Israel,
Second
right?
trip.
So last summer you went, and then this summer you went again.
I went on Tiglit, which is a birthright trip,
Yeah.
and I fell in love with the country instantly. I got to meet a lot of cool people from different places, and that's how I met Shaked, who took me into his home this year, and we had Shabbat,
Yeah.
which was a very amazing, wholesome experience to be welcomed and embraced by a family that doesn't know me and is taking their son's word
Yeah.
as saying that we should have this kid over for Shabbat, and I was very honored that they took me in. And they had delicious food.
Yeah.
And although I didn't know Hebrew and I couldn't speak to them, I tried as best I could. I just sat there with a smile on my face and had a great time.
Well, as a mom, that was really important to me, is that you got to enjoy authentic Shabbat celebrations with Orthodox families and with families, because they completely obey that commandment in the
Right.
10 Commandments that says, to honor the Sabbath, Shabbos, and to keep it holy, Kodesh. It's a set apart time. And so they do the prayers, they rest, they celebrate creation, they celebrate God, and they almost treat the Shabbat as we believers in Yeshua treat Jesus. And it's a beautiful experience. And so when Shakid had you over and you got to spend, I think you spent 2 Shabbats with him?
2 Shabbats.
Yeah. And 2 different sides of his family, right?
Yes. One was a religious Shabbat where you can't have AC or electricity. There's rules.
Right.
So
Very literal.
So I was sitting there eating, and the grandma noticed that I was sweating, and she told Shaked that they could turn the AC on because she could tell that I was struggling a little bit. There's a lot of people in one room, and it's hot over there. So,
But isn't it beautiful how they are so conscientious about honoring what pleases God, that they don't make certain machinery work on the Sabbath, because they think everything should rest on the Sabbath. So I love their passion. It's undeniable.
I thought it was very cool.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us about Jerusalem, because I know you got to go to Jerusalem a couple times and you love Jerusalem.
So we only got to go explore the old city once.
Okay.
I got to stay with Shaked, but I got to go to the wall with
The
my
hotel,
group, and it was
yeah.
very cool. And the tour guide was taking us through this place. I'm not sure exactly where it was, but I just remember vividly him briefly just sharing the story of Jesus and him openly saying Jesus is the Son of God. And that was a big take back for me because,
You didn't expect it.
I wasn't expecting that, and I actually got emotional when he said it because I felt a sense of comfort being there. I was just like, wow, here's someone who shares the same idea as me, and there's a lot of people around me that frowns upon what I believe in. So it was very awesome to hear someone that I don't know, having no connection to at all, just share that with the
Acknowledge.
group. It was very warming to hear.
So did you have some really cool conversations? Like, did you have some Holy Spirit setups where you got to kind of share your faith a little bit, or share your experience with Yeshua? Because I know that, many times you have to be very careful in Israel about sharing the gospel. So did you have some experiences where you're able to have some one-on-one conversations?
Of course, it's a little different in a group setting.
Yeah.
So when I would hear people sharing about what they believe, I would kind of take a step back and wait until I had that individual moment with them. And a lot of the times it was with my roommate Mo,
Yeah.
and I just got to share what I believe, because he didn't even know that Jesus was buried in Jerusalem.
Wow.
And it was that took me back, because just to know that a lot of people don't know what happened in Israel, and the biblical things that have taken place there, and people are unaware of it. It was very fulfilling to inform him and see how his face lit up, and he was, had a different appreciation of being there.
Yeah.
Because what I noticed is a lot of the people that didn't believe didn't have that appreciation for Israel. So that was something that I kind of noticed.
Yeah, well, sometimes when we're exposed to something, we take it for granted. It's just human nature. And so many times, you grow up in a faith or in a home or in a denomination, and you just accept it, and then you just don't appreciate it. What was so sweet when you got to go to Shakit's family is that you were kind of in awe, because you wanted to understand the traditions and why they did certain prayers and why they ate certain food and why they refrained from certain activities, and the beauty of it, because everything, there's a reason for all of it.
For sure. Something that I thought was really funny, the kippah couldn't stay on my head because of all my hair, so I had to ask someone for a hair clip. So Shaked's sister just took her clip out of her hair and gave it to me. I was very appreciative of that.
Hey.
Um,
Next time I'll pack you some bobby pins.
yeah. Or a kippah that fits.
Yes, well, you do have great hair.
Yeah.
Great hair. Okay, so tell us some of the other aha moments or experiences that just really stood out and made the journey life-changing.
Well, I think just being able to live in Florentine and getting to know all of the locals, I went knowing nobody, and I left feeling like I had a family in Florentine, and there was people that would run out of their shop to come give me a hug.
Oh.
I made a relationship with my barber, even though it doesn't look like I got a haircut in a while. I was getting my beard trimmed,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even the haircut. It was just more so of the relationship.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed spending time with him. It was the relationships I've made. It wasn't necessarily a moment. It was a collective experience, and something that I'd like to go back and do again.
Yeah. So I know that you loved the beach.
Yes.
And kind of playing sports with, you made a lot of friends just, engaging and playing sports on the beach, right?
Of course. So here in America, you don't see as many people playing on the beach. You have your handful, but there are days where you cannot move.
Yeah.
And if you want to lay down on the beach, I wouldn't go, because there's people constantly, whether it's fuchi volley, volleyball, throwing something, there's people all over the place.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to see so many people living and moving and
Yeah.
doing things, and they're so accepting.
Yeah.
I just got to walk up to a random group of kids, and they just let me in, and we started playing, and we got to know each other. I would practice my Hebrew, they would practice their English, and I still talk to some of those kids that I met on the beach to this day. That's very funny when I get a notification from one of them. It's like, I didn't even know you like
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Well, that touched Dad and I so much when we went is because they do know how to rest and they know how to play and they know how to enjoy the beauty of the earth. It just seems like because they honor Sabbath, they're not as stressed out. They don't have as many health problems. They're not all stuck on their phones.
Right.
They're walking. The other thing, Jonathan, that always touched me is the men are with their children. They're with their families. It's very rare you see a woman just with her children, but men are such a vibrant part of that culture. And that touched me so much. You know, I started to say earlier, all the food there is farm to table. I think the furthest any food goes is like an hour and a half. And so there's not the preservatives and it's not coming from tons of different countries, but it's made with love and care that day. You can actually eat like 20 times as much as you would here, and you end up losing weight.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
Yeah.
So I actually went to a goat farm and I got to see how they produce milk, and it wasn't a mass-produced facility. It was just, like 100 goats, and these women take care of them, and they make this farm-made, like homemade goat cheese
Yeah.
and milk, and it was just incredible.
Yeah.
And they have so many of those throughout the country that they're able to do that. But here in America, it's just a little bit different.
A little bit different. Yeah. Well, the Bible is clear that in the end times, and we're in the end times, it says that the desert is going to bloom. Isaiah talks about that, and that it's going to be, a land once again flowing with milk and honey. And so when you're there, you're just almost in shock at their fruit and vegetables are so different from ours.
And it's funny because we were driving to Eilat, and we're in the middle of the desert, yet you see these big, huge trees and these people that are growing produce, and it's like, how are you able to do this in the middle of the desert? I'm not, and it's
supernatural.
Some of the best food I've ever had. So
yeah, supernatural. Well, I know that means a lot to you because you have your fitness certificate, your personal training, what are all your certifications?
I have my personal training certification, strength and conditioning, bodybuilding, mobility, and I'm a certified nutritionist.
Well, so being active, walking everywhere, eating right, that culture is perfect for you.
Certainly.
But I know if you live local and you need a trainer, you can find him. You can either write me or reach out to him. Y'all have ways of connecting with each other. But I know that whole lifestyle and the way that they see food, as fuel and not as junk. They take care of their temples. People are exercising. Everyone's in the IDF. They stay fit into their 70s and 80s. It's just a totally different environment.
Definitely. I mean, on the beach, there's a little workout station every 100 yards. Yeah. And so it's everywhere you go. There's those workout stations. There's always people doing pull-ups, push-ups. There's people running all the time. It's not a dead city. That's for sure.
So Jonathan, we could talk about Israel forever because you and I both love it. We don't have a lot of time yet, but what I do want you to speak to is young people your age. Sometimes people think, oh, I'll go to Israel once I retire. I'll go to Israel later. And yet it is so needed, I think, and so important that younger people, because the Bible comes alive in 3D, 5D, 10D. I mean, there's a comprehension. So, what would you just say to someone, that's 20 like you, and what would you say to them about making it a priority?
I would just tell them to take that step of courage. It's you learn a lot about yourself, and you're putting yourself in a completely different environment than what you're used to. And a lot of times we can become closed-minded and put ourselves in a box, and we're thinking, what am I going to do with my life, and how do I want to be, and who do I want to become? And a lot of times we become what we're surrounded ourselves with. So I always encourage people to take a step outside of where they're living for a period of time, just to dictate who do they want to become.
Yeah.
And who do they want to become with God.
Yeah.
Because that's more important, is to be able to have that intimacy with God, because a lot of times we can get so caught up in what we're doing in our everyday life that we become clouded and we lose hindsight of what's important.
Yeah.
So just to be able to spend a short period of time and reconnect and reground myself and understand who I am in Christ, that is what's most important out of anything else. Just being alone for a period of time, you know, whether it's going to Israel, whether it's going, you know, anywhere outside of the country, just being able to spend that alone time.
Yeah. Well, you're right. You're right. And, you know, I just want to encourage you, listen, God's no respecter of persons. I have prayed for my sons and grandsons for decades. And just the fact that Jonathan said, yeah, I want the Jeremiah 29:11 plan for my life. I know the plans you have for me, plans to prosper me, to give me a future, a hope, and an expected end. If you have a young person, encourage them to do something brave, something where they can disconnect from the social media world that kind of sucks you in, and where they can be alone with their maker. A lot of times on your trip, Jonathan, you call me and go, oh gosh, Mom, this happened or that happened. And I'd say, go get to your happy place, go get to that place of shalom, talk to the Holy Spirit. And you did. And then he adjusted you, and then you could see what the solution was. And so grandmothers, grandfathers, keep praying. Parents, keep praying. Young people, God is real. And I encourage you, if you can go to Israel, go. Start saving. Or go somewhere, but seek God's face. And God has something so important for the next generation. And so I'm praying for you. I know all my colleagues at CTN are praying for this next generation. We know revival's coming, and we see you and we hear you, and God is good. Jonathan, thank you for being here, my darling. I love you very much.
Love you
You got to come back, okay?
All right.
Thank you for watching Come Home, and we'll see you next time. My name is Jen Malin with Don Malin.
Need to catch up on this week's Come Home episodes? Or just want to revisit your favorite conversations? Watch every episode on YouTube, where you can share and comment. Just visit youtube.com/ctnonline.